Bum, 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 bum. Epic music. Hello everybody. So, lining up all sorts of stuff to run on the stream, and of course, I just happened to overlook the fact that there was something that almost had an expiration date 3 days of an Age of Wonders 4 free preview. So, well, it's Sunday, and this would be the last day, the next to last day of the preview. So, we're just going to go ahead and we're going to try this right now. So, there we go. That's the introduction. How did you like it? Okay, let's hit the commercial. Let's go ahead and let's get back, and we will play this little beauty, Age of Wonders 4. Alright. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum. So, I tend to do a lot of stuff when it comes to the multiverse when I'm making my own TTRPGs. And so it's interesting to actually sit down with a piece of media that also deals with the multiverse so that I can see, how somebody else handles it for a little while. Let's just go ahead and we'll go with that. All right. So, Age of Wonders. So this is a real-time strategy game. For some reason these days, well, not a real-time strategy game, a turn-based strategy game. This is a turn-based strategy game. There's also just kind of a mode where it's turn-based, but then everybody actually plans their maneuvers ahead of time, and then they all play out in real time. I don't know if I'm actually going to be playing that. I think I'm just going to be playing just straight up turn-based strategy. Because I'm a turn-based man in a real-time world. Let's put it that way. Turn-based tomcat, rather. All right. Yeah, so we're rolling the dice on this one. Is that this is going to be a completely new experience for me. So there's that as well. Oh, okay. All right. So that was our first commercial break. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get right into this. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, cats and kittens, felines and felidae, humans and variant humans, and every race, class, and subclass. Welcome to another episode of Brady the RPG Cat. So this weekend is the free preview weekend for Age of Wonders 4. I understand is a game that released in 2023. That is pretty popular, but also something that has been relatively upscaled due to years and years of DLC. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to give this a playthrough tonight, just to see what it's like. But we're probably going to have the most vanilla main campaign experience possible while we're doing that. Um, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and gonna get started. Don't forget our very first release, TTRPG manual, The Barrons Wasteland, is available on my Ko-fi page, kofi.com/Benny the RPG Cat /shop. And that manual is also situated right next door to the D12 dual manual is with the Creative Commons set, a rule set that I used in order to create that. You can go ahead and you can download that for free. It's free, it's open source. As long as you give attribution, you can go ahead and you can use it in your own game and in your own publishing. Because that's the kind of tomcat I am. Hello, Queen Vampress. Thank you very much for tuning in. How are you doing tonight? All right, let's go ahead and let's hit that new game.
You choose where your grand adventure will begin. You can choose a pre-made realm for a unique experience, or create a realm of your own to explore.
Okay, story realms have extra narrative telling the story. Challenge realms have special rules and mechanics. Unknown realms are randomized. So yeah, this is what I'm picking up out of this menu right here. Well, since we are just kind of doing the preview here, we'll go to the initiation realm. We'll play through the more tutorial-based missions. All right. The returning wizard kings first preyed on small, bountiful, and harmonious realms to hone their skills. Will you be a protector or an invader? Normal. I know strategy games. Give it to me straight. I'm sure that's not a decision that is going to bite me in the ass later. Alright. So... I guess these are the classes. Create a new race and a ruler.
You will create your people, followed by your ruler.
You focus on the theme instead of the numbers. Roleplay your favorite trope or go crazy with experimentation.
In this step, you can choose your faction's physical form, which controls how they look and affects their performance in battle.
Each form has its own set of traits which affects their abilities in battle as well as the types of terrain they find comfortable. Alright. Well, there are humans, elves, there are orcs, there are dwarves, there are halflings, there are goblins, there are feline people, there are rat people, there are toad people, and there are mole people. What are we gonna pick on this channel? I wonder. Yeah, we're going with the cat people, of course. Let's see. Traits: they can move in desert areas easily, have the ability to walk normally on sand, able to build farms on sand, start in the desert and unlock earth-shaped sand spells. They're elusive, good for mobile hit and run attacks. They move faster in combat and on the world map. And, well, yeah. So, we are going to be playing as the desert-dwelling cat people. Alright. Gee whiz, I had this on medium graphics. I'm already just starting to have a bunch of problems with my avatar. Okay, so picking out race and culture. Feudal system, high society, barbarian society, industry society, dark and mystic. I kind of like the idea of having a feudal culture. Authority, monarchy, and aristocracy.
In this step, you will pick 2 society traits. which shape how your race plays on the world map.
Let me see here. Chosen Uniters. They strive to build a realm based on cooperation, but will not hesitate to defend it. Devotees of good, they share pure intentions, compassion, and an unwavering devotion to the cause of good. Imperialists focus on the glory of their empire and the development of their cities. Swarmers, they find their strength in fast population growth and overwhelming numbers. Ritual cannibals, probably not. Ruthless raiders, ancient wise ones. They've been around since the start of histories. Gifted casters, with an innate sense of spellcasting. I think that one's for me. All right. Gifted casters and also fabled hunters. Let's go with those two.
In this step, you will pick a starting tome, a collection of magical spells, units, and bonuses that you will be able to research to empower your empire.
Tome of Pyromancy specializes in high fire damage. Tome of the Horde, turn your cheapest units into deadly armies. Tome of Enchantment, unit enchant. Tome of Rock, Tome of Roots, Tome of Beast, Tome of Zeal, Tome of Faith, Tome of Necromancy, Cryomancy, Warding, Evocation. Grants excellent and cheap tank skills to any aspiring wizard. Yeah, okay, I think that one's for me.
In this step, you will start to create your ruler, a powerful hero who accompanies your armies and carries out your will.
It's interesting, I suspect that the, the cutscenes are actually what are causing slowdown right now. We'll go with Wizard King Origin.
In this step, you can change how your ruler looks, as well as their class, which determines their abilities in battle.
Alright. I'm trying to find the settings button again. Okay, so male, female, alterations to physique, arm length. I'm just going to stick with default this time.
All that's left now is to name your ruler and race, and you can begin.
Well, of course, I'm going to name the Lord after myself. Rainy, the Archivist of the Feline Knights of Thistledown. Alright. So they're generating the realm. At the end of all of that, now, we're actually in gameplay mode and things seem to be settling when it comes to that. Okay. Starting magic, fulmination. Enemies units in a 1 hex radius sustain 15 lightning damage. Call a militia, summon 2 militia in a target-owned city. Call to glory. For 3 turns, friendly units gain +5 morale. Okay.
A new age of wonders dawns.
Allow me to lend some aid, O Astral Lord. During play, messages will provide advice on how to achieve victory in this realm. Some of these will trigger objectives for your growing empire. Alright.
Take some time to look around and familiarize.
Okay. Well, to make sure that we don't have any more slowdown, I'm just going to take a moment here And I am just going to drop the graphics all the way down. All right. So, let me see here. I think so. Orders are required.
You have selected an army. Armies are the core of your military strength. They can explore the world, attack your foes, and defend your lands.
Mm-hmm. So there's a marauder directly to the left of me, and they're saying that at my current strength, I don't have a chance against them. All right. Claims on this province. Build an outpost, 50 gold. All right. Okay, well, first in order to play this strategy game, we have to learn how to move. That's a very important part of all of this.
You have selected one of your cities. Cities are central to your economy and allow you to build more units for your armies. Locations and province improvements located in a city's domain will provide you with income. Structures can also be built to provide extra income, as well as unlocking units and boosting the city's defenses.
Select the hammer button located on the right side of the city panel and choose a structure to build. Recommendation: build a storehouses or militia barracks. Okay. Storehouses would be useful, but also we have an enemy army that is right to the right of us, so I think I should really spend on that. All right. So militia barracks, and then storehouse.
You have opened the Governor Assignment menu. Here you can see all available heroes that can become the governor of the city, along with the bonuses they would provide.
All right. So move around here with WASD. Zoom in and out. All right. You go over there. So this is my commanding officer right here. Army of Brainy. You found an army of marauders. These often guard important locations. And the task in order to fight them is impossible. So I should try to send out like somebody to be a scout. Assuming I can figure out how to do that. Say, put on auto exploration. What about you? Stand guard.
Arcane research enables you to learn new spells and acquire new units. The culture and tome you have chosen for your faction determine the initial skills you can unlock through arcane research.
Through arcane research, I can summon a lesser storm spirit. I can create evokers, or I can create lightning blades. We're going to have to start with our most
Your
offensive
empire will
abilities.
research the skill over time using your knowledge income. Once the research is completed, you will choose between 3 new skills.
Okay, so we've learned magic, we've set to explore, and we've set to stand guard. I think maybe this is good in order to end a turn right now. So, beginning of day 2. There are already some people from the necromantic army up north. Alright. So we've got back at home. Let's give that additional research here. Say, recruit a unit in order to produce rations. We should send an archer. Spend another additional money in order to hurry them a little bit. Okay, so dealing with our 2 sets of armies. So, send them roughly about in this direction in order to hunt. NPC army of Marauder Guard. That doesn't sound good. Alright. So we are definitely learning all of this from Rockcloth.
This is the quest panel. Here you can review your progress on victory conditions, quests, and bounties.
Alright. We need orders here. It's making me a bit nervous that there just kind of seems to be an enemy army just right at directly at the south of me. Okay, so where's my explorer? Everything is being read as though it's an impossible battle right now.
This city has grown and gained a new population. Each additional population enables you to expand the city's domain by placing a province improvement. Every province has different features, which determine what type of improvement can be built in it. An army can contain up to 6 individual units. You can see a unit's tier, unit role, and move.
See, I don't want everybody like placed onto Auto Explorer. See, I don't want to send one scout out to fight what seems to be an army of 4 people. I'm a little bit at a loss right here. Is that I don't know if I'm giving commands correctly. That's probably what the main issue is. You know, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to close this one out and I'm going to start over again because there is obviously something that I'm not reading into and I'm not playing this correctly. Um, let's go ahead and let's give that another shot. I don't think I actually had a chance to watch the intro when we first came in here, so this is something else I probably should be doing.
A power older than time has returned. Free from their imprisonment, ancient wizard kings come, seeking lost magics and new realms to conquer, turning all whom they encounter, by choice or by force. Through strife,
So I knew that this was a strategy game, but I also, wasn't anticipating. This has a lot of mechanics that are exactly like Civilization. So I need to switch my pitch up a little bit. I was kind of thinking this was all going to be about attacking armies at all times, and that's clearly not the case anymore. I need to start to think about a little bit more economically.
will shape a new age of wonders.
All right.
Choose your destination. Here, you have the unique ability to create your empire. What is your people's form? In this step, you will pick your people's culture, which define. In this
All right.
step, you will pick 2 society traits, which shape how your race plays on the world map.
Okay. I think I wanted ancient wise ones before, and also, well, mana channelers might be better than the magic faction that I chose
You will pick
before.
a starting tone, a collection of magical spells, units, and bonuses that you will be able to research to
Evocation once again.
ruler's origin.
Choose a wizard king from another dimension.
The ruler looks.
All right.
You're nearly done. All that's left now is to name your ruler and race, and you can begin.
Brainy, all knower. What was it previously? Something in the neighborhood of well, at this point it doesn't matter. Still, that initial loading just kind of severely slows my system down for some reason. Okay, so let's see what we can do with a change of field. And we have a different list of starting magic as well.
You have selected an army. Armies are the core of your military strength. They can explore the world, attack your foes, and defend your lands.
Mm-hmm. So when it comes to commerce, I need to start out by going through this menu right here. Start to do my research on lightning blades. Look at diplomacy. So only main ruler right now is Brainy. Active victory conditions. We need a military victory, we need an expansion victory, we need a magic victory, and we need a score victory. City of Greenhold. Alright.
You have selected one of your cities. Locations and province improvements located in a city's domain will provide you with income. Structures can also be built to provide extra income, as well as unlocking units and boosting the city's defenses.
Okay, we wanted to start out by building a militia barracks
Units cost up
and
every
also a
turn, so
storehouse,
keep an eye on your income to
because those
ensure
are the
you pay
important
for your
things.
units.
And then create a scout in order
Your
to...
empire will research the skill over time using your knowledge income. Once the research is completed, you will choose between 3 new skills. Take some time to look around and familiarize
Try to
yourself
see if we
with the new
can
skill.
create like 2 different factions. All right. What's over there? The abandoned works of a cartographer exploring this world. Moving your army will reveal an unexplored location. Well, I would like to do that.
You have encountered
And you vaguely move that way.
provide additional yield to the province they are located.
So then there's just areas around the map that, you know, have to do with specific things. This one will reveal part of the map. This one over here will reveal a place where I can gain resources. At least that's the way that I seem to be understanding this. Yeah, so this army here with this group go that away. And then this army with this group go that away. This is an advice list. This is an event log. This is end turn. And this is spells. See, nobody moved. See, preparing the scout, 1 scout unit is required. Well, yeah. I thought I had created the scout. Here's the scout. See, make a defender, too. And a granary, because we need a place that's going to enrich the food that we are selling. Okay, I have to right click on things, characters, in order to move them. I did not realize that. I'm such a dope sometimes, but that's what these Civ-like games will do to you. Okay. Okay, you need orders. Go into auto exploration, Mr. Scout. While my main man over here we can send to battle. I don't think we can move that distance. We would arrive in 1 turn. Okay, confirm their movement into the armies.
Enter combat. Inspect all participants and their combined strength before deciding if you want to fight manually or have your army automatically fight the battle.
I will do a manual combat this time just to figure out how battle works. Alright, I'm starting to get the basic idea about this.
Welcome to the field of battle. Here, you must kill or rout your foes in order to claim victory.
Defending army.
A unit.
takes the first turn, followed by the attacking army.
To spend on moving and using abilities. This is a shield unit, a frontline melee fighter.
Alright.
This is a ranged unit, which excels at dealing physical damage from a distance. It is vulnerable to melee attacks and should be kept in the back.
Say, everybody make a maneuver onto the
You
field.
have selected your ruler. Your ruler is a...
Alright. Okay, that is not part of my army. That is a cluster of cacti over there.
Which can use magical abilities to heal and strengthen its allies.
Okay. I don't think anybody is within range of attacking just yet. They say that I have units that I can still attack with. But it seems to be everybody because I didn't do anything. I just maneuvered everybody.
Its high speed and ranged attack.
So at some point, do I have to negotiate an attack? I think anybody is in range to meet a target. I don't know why they say that I can still... So, scouts, you go that way, as far away from the potential battle as possible. Alright. What else do we have that's potentially active? So everybody will go into defense if I do not give them specific attacks to do. It just seems like a small group of marauders.
Are now ready to be cast. Spells can have a variety of powerful effects and can turn the tide of battle when used properly.
Alright. So yeah, this group right here. So, Mr. Leader here can call to glory, can shoot lightning, and so want to shoot lightning in a way that it doesn't potentially hit my army.
Your unit is within an enemy's zone of control. When a unit moves into an enemy's zone of control, it becomes temporarily pinned and cannot move for the rest of the turn.
I actually have a small army of skeletons in here. See if we can get anywhere within range and then attempt to fire on the enemy. Okay, these guys are all off to the sides. Yeah, get these guys closer. And then scout units, you go that way. Okay, so... just mostly doing arrangements here. Anybody not attacking goes into defense. That's the rule. Boy, this first group right here is getting their butts kicked.
This is a polearm unit, a frontline melee.
All right. So get them into attacking, so that we have two armies doing melee strikes here. Let's try to do a call to glory, which boosts the morale of all of my armies.
This unit has a ranged ability selected. Ranged abilities have an accuracy rating, which is the chance that the ability will hit the intended target.
I probably should have put the ranged unit over the cliff. Alright. So yeah, roughly about here is where I need to do attacking.
This unit has suffered casualties. Casualties occur when a unit takes damage, which also causes the unit to deal less damage with its attacks.
I need to get the archers and the shield masters in order to change places. Give a little bit of healing and support once again to our troops. All right. Yeah, that army unfortunately has completely and totally bit the dust at this point.
A unit just got hit by a retaliation. This happens when a melee unit is struck from within its zone of control.
So you move our leader there. Bring our defense skeletons around. Bring our ranged attackers up onto the hill. See if they can fire. There we go. That's how that's done. See if I can get this group to melee on them. No. Yeah, just give the final blow to the guy. Well, we unfortunately lost one, like, a sixth of our army, but we still were able to defeat the army. Alright. You return to your governance. Alright. So what else do we need in order to fortify our village? Let me see. We have added 114 to our coffers. We have 288 gold right now. Let's see if we can add a smith and also an archer. All right. We still mostly have the scout on auto, and he has gone this far. Okay, so now we have our new unit. This is also a scout. Let's get you going in that direction. Let's get the main army out so that they can potentially attack on marauders in this direction. Okay, meanwhile, back at the ranch. So we still have granary and storehouse set to our mechanics here. Okay, so your orders. I'm going to put you on auto explore as well, because they're two scouts. Two scouts going in two different directions. And we're getting into our very first break of the evening. We'll be back after this 2-minute word from Twitch. Thank you everybody for staying tuned in. This is Brainy the RPG Cap. Okay, so now we have the militia barracks. Say the Greenhold produced a scout. Let's just go ahead and put an end to the turn right here. We don't have anybody, I think, necessarily hostile to us at the moment. That's going to change the moment I attack this group right here. As your troops engage, the troop of fiends, it becomes apparent that they have been conjuring a portal to withdraw. The Inferno Puppy, the apparent leader of the gathering, casts a shrewd eye over your army. Seeing that there is a scant hope of survival, it beckons its own troops to sit on the ground and submit before following suit itself. It watches you with wary hope. Will you allow them to summon their portal and leave this lands? Be gone. Okay, so I would have an option if I had the right kind of ability in order to get the Inferno Puppy on my side, but unfortunately I'm not allowed to do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and allow them to flee. What about here? So there is, yeah, just another somebody out there in that haunted graveyard there.
An infestation is close by. Invading armies will be sent from its spawner location to your lands, if left unchecked for too long.
Okay, this time I'm going to hit the auto combat button.
Prove challenging.
Of course, we were able to defeat that whatever the hell it was in the haunted graveyard. So a reward, a retributive protector, or 40 points. I think I'll take the points.
You have managed to defeat your first infestation. Infestations are often found near nodes, so they are good places to put outposts.
Alright. You need a hero to construct an outpost
Once
in a
built,
province.
Your outpost can be upgraded into a new city by spending Imperium.
Okay. So supposedly I do have the ability to just build an outpost where I stand. Probably not during this stream. Well, not during this turn, though. So right about there. Okay, so we've started construction on what actually might be one of our neighboring cities. I'm starting to get the hang of this. I'm getting a basic idea about how everything is supposed to be working. So... wait a turn. You, scout. Go this way. Okay, there is an army there. That one is marked impossible. Okay, so we've completed our Lightning Blades research. It makes base melee attacks of enchanted units deal 4 lightning damage, 2 physical damage, 10 damage against electrified units. Effects are increased for single shot attacks. Then choose a different research ability. Let's create evokers. Greenhold can annex its first province, yes.
This city has grown and gained a new population. Each additional population enables you to expand the city's domain by placing a province improvement. Every province has different features, which determine what type of improvement can be built in it.
Alright. So we should stick a pin in somewhere so that we can create an alteration to our province.
this panel, you can acquire new skill.
Okay, skill trees for the Wizard King.
Your armies can move a limited distance every turn. The distance they can move depends on the terrain they traverse. You are about to begin exploring your surroundings. Deal with all notification.
Okay.
You have discovered an ancient wonder. It now needs to be explored before it can be claimed, though only armies led by a hero can explore ancient wonders. While exploring, you can encounter obstacles which can be overcome in various ways, though they can always be cleared through combat.
All right. I'm going to have you, Scout, return home at the moment because what we need. We can't continue to explore there with that really difficult looking army there. Alright. So I believe, yeah, if I leave, then that area over there is still going to continue to expand. I need to start going to where this ancient area is. I want to start going towards where the Mother Ash Tree is. So that will soon just become a fabled edition.
This is your spell list.
Alright. So there are spells that I can cast in the overworld. I still need to figure out specifically, you know, how that what to do with that and how that's going to affect everything. Still trying to figure out how to annex a province. So produce merchandise, also add a defender class and also a scout class. And turn here, see what happens.
Your new outpost.
The favor of the Astral Lord. 6 knights of Leonine nobles rise up and bow reverently to you and their duke. Jousts and tournaments are perfect opportunities for our knights to show their worth. Reynard Salvitus says, "We are all glad to see your interest in our culture, Astral Lord Brainy Allknower. If it pleases you, these knights would be honored if you would be given them a few words." He asks you to say something to the contending knights. What speech do you give? Hone your mind as you would your sword to achieve victory. That sounds like me. Alright. So we have a new outpost. We can actually start to build this place up. Found a city of Leonine nobles, and that's going to be start to begin our new area. That's soon going to become another one of our cities. All right. Gonna continue to move towards the legendary tree here. So we want to put ourselves in a situation where we are attacking, we are not necessarily being attacked. So you go to where the new outpost is being built. I want you to defend that in the situation where you are while that is being built. Have some archers there. Okay, so as for archer abilities, set you to wait. Say we now have our storehouse. Do I want to add new production? Let's start building our first library. It'd be really helpful right about now if I could I could merge the scout and I can merge the archer armies. Okay, there we go. That's how you do that. Okay, so that's how you start to create army units that march together. So, once again, from the main city, I should... Well, let me see. I have another set of archers. I have another set of defenders. Still waiting to be produced. So I have a small army there, then I have a large army marching towards the tree. Meeting at Neutral Casterlan. Salutations, Astral Lord Brainy All-Knower. Your reputation precedes you. You may not share your noble convictions, but we trust you'll honor Casterlan's territory and independence. Give them one of your Whispering Stones to start negotiations with Casterlan and gradually improve their allegiance to you. Alright. Yeah.
You have found a friendly, free city. Now that you have established contact, you may provide them with a Whispering Stone. This artifact will sway their relation with you over time, until they are ready to become your vassal.
Swell, I've found a friendly neighboring city. Sure is better than finding potential marauders out there in the middle of nowhere. Alright, so this is going well. I'm starting to understand how to play this. So, probably one of the reasons that I wanted to do this tonight, I was trying to figure out if this was something that I wanted to add to a regular rotation of games that we're going to be playing. And this is actually turning out pretty good. Okay, the Mother Ash. Explore the Mother Ash. You want to enter this claimed structure. Province has already been claimed. Capture it causes other rulers to gain grievances against you, making it easier for them to declare war on you. Free cities will receive a relations penalty for ignoring their claim. Are you sure you want to enter this? Yeah. Let's just say for the sake of argument. You're stopped by a regal guardian emerging from a hut nearby. She greets you warmly. I bid thee well, O Astral Lord. My fellow guardians of the tree and I once saved it from being destroyed by demons, undead, and even mortals. Now, though an unexpected army threatens us, one of our own corruption has taken control of the horn god who has taken to consuming the life of the tree itself. Her pensive gaze shifts to the Mother Ash. I do not ask this lightly, but this corrupted horn god must be stopped. I will free the Mother Ash from the corrupted horn god. Grant me the support of the Mother Ash, and I'll protect it. Okay, well, I'm just going to have to start a battle. This is considered to be high risk. Let's try the auto battle. Well, we were defeated. Well, crap. So we get an opportunity to replay this, but this time actually to do it manually. Okay, let's actually start to try to smartly use our maneuvers. Alright. Skeleton warriors go into defense. Standard defenders get up to the front. Alright. Archers over this away. And then pole armsmen next to the standard battlers. Okay, and my leader over here. Let us... Okay, I do not have magic this turn. Okay, anybody else? Doesn't have orders. Give out temporary hit points. Shield wall defense, soothing standard to the defenders, and then end our turn. Okay. In comes the independent army. They have one gigantic guy as their leader, which is basically the downfall of all of this. Yeah, I can see why I would have lost this as an auto. This is contemptibly bad. Particularly due to the fact that their leader has the ability to summon living vines out of the ground. So, might be time that we try to hit all these enemy units with lightning damage. I don't know how helpful that was. Oh, I think that actually all of the roots have stood down now, which is actually a good thing. Okay. Pole armsmen, after the banner smites, you guys too. Take over one small army at a time. Give them, like, make it something of a bottleneck thing. Okay, we dropped one of their units. I don't want to have my liege too involved in the battle. Just continue to provide that shield wall. Okay, well, who do I have that can still act? Okay, you guys attack the defenders as well. They've got a lot of defense, and so we're just going to need absolutely every army on them. Here comes that giant tree ant again. Okay, I think I just lost my polearm unit. Trying to do what I can in order to cut down just this one army. Let's do our morale cheer. You come this way. And provide the shield wall in this direction. Okay, what other movement, what other units am I allowed to move? Not this one. Oh, the archers, of course. You come over here. And I still want you firing on these people.
Your unit just attacked an enemy from behind. This is called flanking and gives a damage bonus.
Alright. Well, good to know. Boy, does that guy do a lot of damage. But of course he would, because he's a more than 10 foot tall tree dude. I think my archers have been cut down to 1. Because the spear army has gone this way. Boy, why don't you guys die? That would be really nice. Unfortunately, it's probably going to be us who's going to be doing the dying. Of course, attempting to move away as my one last archer is probably what ended up killing my archer. Say, Brady all knower, but regrettably not all that good at battling. This is our last stand. So that's us losing the war right there.
Your ruler has perished in combat. This is a setback, but all is not lost.
They will return for the void in 3 turns. Okay, so losing your king is not actually a complete and total setback. While your ruler is gone, you'll not be able to cast spells, progress research, or do diplomacy. If your throne, lose your throne while your ruler is in the void, you will lose the game. Okay. Okay, so I think this has sufficiently satisfied my curiosity about how Age of Wonders plays. So, I still need a lot of practice in order to sufficiently do meaningful play-by-plays and get over the learning curve of playing turn-based strategy games. And so that's just something that I'm going to have to work on over time. But you know, I am actually enjoying myself when it comes to this. So this is definitely a type of game that I would like to play more often on stream. So yeah, let's stick a pin in this for now. I mean, since this has been a free weekend, I actually have to wait until I have an opportunity in order to afford the full version of the game before I consider uh, doing some more Let's Plays of this. But at any rate, um, that is going to conclude our broadcast day. I'm going to pick out somebody that we can raid right now. Let me see. Right now, I know that Gamer Goblin Gary is in the middle of playing Sonic Rumble, and they are doing it in a way that, you know, they have a sponsorship, and so it'd be really helpful in order to use the sponsorship rules on his channel in order to toss a few simoleons his way. I'm sure it would be very helpful for him. So I think, yeah, we're going to go ahead. We're going to pay a visit to him. All right, so yeah, let's raid. All right, raid Gabriel Goblin Gary. All right, folks. So be sure to say hi to him with our special raid message, Branding New Raid, Roll Initiative. But in the meantime, though, thank you once again, everybody, for tuning in. I remain Brady the RPG Cat. Remember, BRNY means smart. Nothing is too hard if you use your head. Always remain healthy, wealthy, and wise. So, thank you everybody once again for tuning in. Is that I'm working hard, a little bit behind the scenes, on providing some more tabletop RPG content for this channel. But in the meantime, be sure to head over to my Ko-fi page, where you can purchase a copy of the Barrons Wasteland, our very first full TRPG manual, made in my custom-made D12 dual engine, which you can also download for free from my Ko-fi page. So be sure to check that out at some point. But in the meantime, though, thank you everybody for tuning in, and have a good evening.